What's going on YouTube? You're watching Fixed by Shaq, and in today's video I'm gonna quickly show you how you can actually create a table of contents here on Microsoft Word, which is something pretty easy to do, and I'm gonna show you the simplest way of doing it. And hey, do not worry whether you've got in here a much older version of Microsoft Office like 2009 or 2020, or a much newer one such as Office 365. Do not worry about that because the steps in here are exactly the same. Hey, my name is Shaq, and in this channel I help you fixing tech related issues, and I also do share cool tech tutorials. Without any further ado, let's jump straight into the tutorial in here. So here we go. In my case, I've got in here this document right here, which is a Word file that starts with a cover page. I've got in here a blank page where I wish to insert a table of contents, and then I've got in here the text starting right here, which has a few headings in here. So what I want to do is I want to create a table of contents in order to include all the chapters or headings here of this specific small document, just to showcase it to you guys. Now the process of adding a table of contents is pretty easy. For example, let's say that I want to add it here. The very first thing that we need to do is simply hop into the references tab here at the top left corner, and then we're gonna tap on table of contents, right? The easiest way is to create an automatic table. Let's start with this first one, which is an automatic table, and then I'll be showing you how to create a custom table of contents as well, which is a much advanced method of creating a table of contents, allowing you to customize every single detail. I personally use custom table of contents, but I'll start by showing you the easiest and fastest way to get a table of content. So for example, in here, let's tap on automatic table of content. Here we go. Oops, we've got a prompt from Microsoft Word saying that we do not have a heading style in order to add headings here to the table of content. No problem, simply tap on OK. We've got contents, no table of contents entries found. This is because we do not have any single heading with the heading properties itself. So how does this work? I'm gonna explain it to you right now. We just need to scroll it down and explain to Microsoft Word which titles we actually want to showcase in the table of contents. For example, let's say that I want to start with this one, which is background of multi-factor authentication. I'm going to select it. Next up, I'm going to tap here on home, and then I need to select the heading styling in here. So here we've got styles. We need to make sure that we customize it with the properties of a heading style. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to select heading 1, and as soon as I turn it into a heading, Microsoft Office will automatically recognize this as something that needs to be in the table of contents, because the table of contents is actually made up of headings. So if I go back here to the table of contents, I've got in here a little button which says update table. If I tap on update table, it's gonna double check my entire document to search for any heading or titles to add to the table of content. Let me tap on update, and boom, here we go. As soon as I tap here on update, I've got the background of multi-factor authentication here as the first content in my table of contents, right? And then at the last, we've got it here, the number of the page, which is page number 1 in my case right here. This is how we can easily add content to the table of content. Now, what we need to do next is simple. Let's select every single heading we wish to add, okay? And then let's simply customize it as a heading with heading properties, right? Let's select this one as well. Let's make it a heading. Let's select this one. Let's make it a heading. Let's hop into the next one. Let's make it a heading. Let's make it a heading. Okay, let me add this one as well as a heading. And here we go. I've customized all the specific titles as headings, and what I'm going to be doing next is head back to the contents table and tap here on update table. And then we've got in here, Word is updating the table of contents. Select one of the following options: update page numbers only or update the entire table. In my case, I want to update the entire table, including the content and not just the numbers, okay? So I'm going to tap on update entire table. I'm going to tap on OK. And here we go. We've got our table of content automatically created here by Microsoft Word itself. Now, the cool part about this is that you can edit further. For example, suppose I want to edit this and I don't want it to look as background of multi-factor authentication. Let's say that I just want it to be multi-factor authentication. I can add it by deleting this. It will be multi-factor authentication, and the title will remain as background of multi-factor authentication. So you can perform a few tweaks in here here, and this is really cool as long as you do not update the table in here. Or if you wish to update, do not update the content. Otherwise, this will actually get synchronized with whatever we've got in here, right? So this is how you can add automatic tables of contents in here. Now, we've got in here this blue color, for example. Suppose you do not wish to have the blue color. Well, you can customize this as well. You can change the color of this specific text in here. Okay, for example, let me tap on black. Here we go, we've got contents in black now, so you can customize it further. Next up, you might be saying, hey Shaq, I don't want, for example, my heading to be in this specific size that the heading styling in here allocate to just 20. That's totally fine. You can edit it. You can, for example, reduce it all the way to 15. Okay, here at the top left corner, tap on enter. It's going to reduce and it will still have the property of that specific heading. Now, what I would recommend you guys, let me quickly undo this, is for example, if you want to customize your headings to have a much organized Word document, it makes sense to actually customize all the headings, okay? But it's a lot of work to customize each heading styling one by one. So what I would recommend you guys to do is to hop here into styling, and then where we've got heading, right click and then tap on modify, right? So once you tap on modify, you can actually here customize the size. For example, let's say that I want to make it 15, okay? I've got 1.5 and then I want to make it bold, okay? I'm going to tap on OK. Every single heading here will automatically get this customization, which is really cool. For example, if you've got a pretty long document, this will help you saving a lot of time in here. So this is how you can actually customize and create automatic table of contents in here. Now, we've got in here a few tips as well that I would like to share with you guys. For example, if you tap here on view, we've got in here an option that we can tick known as the navigation pane. This is so useful when you actually turn this on. You can actually have in here all the headings that are in the table of contents here at the left tab. This is so useful because you can actually navigate from one to the other. For example, you want to go straight to the proposed voice-based multi-factor authentication. Simply tap here and it's gonna simply take you to that specific page. This is so useful, for example, in situations where you've got a very complex and a very long Word document. You can use the navigation pane to help you moving from one page to the other real quick. Okay, so this is something that you can also use in order to make things easier for you. Now, I would like to explain you guys how to create custom tables as well, like manual table. You do not need to be only limited to automatic table of contents. Suppose I'm gonna delete this table of contents. Okay, let me quickly delete this. Here we go. I do not have any table of contents anymore. Let me simply add a new page in here. Here we go. I've got a new blank page by holding Control and then tapping on enter. And then I'm going to simply create a new table of contents by tapping on references. And then I've got table of contents, and we've got in here custom table of contents. So once you tap on custom table of contents, we've got in here more options of how we can customize our table of contents. For example, we've got in here whether we want the page numbers to show at the end or not. Okay, we can deactivate this. I would definitely recommend you guys to activate it. And then you've got in here the right align page numbers. Like if you want it to be at the right side or you want it to be right next to the heading, you can also add this as well. You've got in here a cool option that allows you to change these dots that actually link the heading to the page number by dashes. For example, if you prefer dashes, you can change it to dashes. If you simply want to have a straight line, which is very classic, you can go with the straight line as well. And this will allow you to customize your table of contents. At the end, we also have in here the levels. Okay, for example, we've got in here 3 levels of heading. These are basically sub levels that we have on each heading. So you can give a limit of the number of levels that you wish to have here in your table of contents. So once you're done with this, simply tap on OK, and this will immediately create your new table of contents in here that will look similar as the previous one, but customized, which is much better, and it's an advanced way of creating a table of contents in here. This is how easy it is to create a table of contents here in Microsoft Word. And if you have any doubt or any question, do leave a comment down below and I'll make sure I get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much for making it till the end of the video, and if you find my content useful, consider subscribing, leave a comment down below and like the video. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.